Hi, this is Kelsey. Today we're going to be talking about William Jennings Bryan and the fundamentalist movement. So, who is William Jennings Bryan? So, he is said to have been a radical religious politician. He was Presbyterian. He's probably best known for the Scopes trial. However, he contributed much more to the fundamentalist movement than just the Scopes trial. It kind of all culminated in the Scopes trial. So he wanted to restore the nation to its special relationship with God. He actually was the Democratic Party's candidate in the 1896 election. During that time, he was an advocate for the common man. He outlined faith in his party platform, and he lost. However, after this, because he advocated for the common man and so many people knew who he was, he gained national recognition from being a candidate for the 1896 election. So Bryan's beliefs aligned with the fundamentalist ideals. So he believed that the Bible was the literal word of God. He believed in the virgin birth, miracles. Jesus died on the cross and was resurrected. And with those fundamentalists, other than himself, Bryan fought evolution being taught in schools. So again, this is what eventually leads to the Scopes trial. In the Knowles reading, Mark Knowles describes Bryan as, he says, William Jennings Bryan's emergence as a fundamentalist spokesperson in the 1920s makes a great deal of sense. In his person, Bryan embodied a link with the 19th century efforts to establish a Christian America. So Knowles, in his writing, you can tell just how much Bryan was dedicated to those fundamentalist ideas and how deeply he believed that in a Christian America. Knowles further describes the Scopes trial as not so much a fight against new ideas itself as it was a fight against what he and other fundamentalists felt new ideas were doing to destroy the nation's Christian heritage. So fighting this fight against evolution also stood for other things, such as the modernist movement and what they believed it was doing to Christian America. So his contributions to the fight against evolution being taught can be seen in different newspaper articles. For example, the New York Herald wrote an article after Bryan spoke at an evolution talk. And in it, he's quoted saying, "The Bible has done more for civilization than all other books combined. If I had to choose between the Bible and nothing else, or no Bible and everything else that was written, I would choose the Bible." So that, again, shows Bryan's dedication to what he believed in and his love for Christ and his love for kind of sharing those fundamentalist ideas and not straying from those fundamentalist ideas. In his speech, he talks about God and the Bible predating geology and other arguments that Darwin could have made. He believed that all of this stuff occurred before geology was even a thing. Let's see. There were also one of the other newspaper articles that I found kind of just talked about a debate between two different preachers, one in a more fundamental denomination and the other was a Unitarian, and the title of the newspaper article is "Score in Religious Series is 1-1 between modernists and fundamentalists." And what that showed me is how deeply this controversy ran during the early 20th century. So again, William Jennings Bryan, huge influence on the fundamentalist movement because he had a stage and he had a platform. The last quote I wanted to share with you about him was in 1922, and he said, "I'm not out of politics yet. I learned long ago a man can be in politics without being in office." And I really believe that that's what Bryan did with his life. He was able to be a politician for fundamentalism without actually being in office.